Alright, this is just a continuation from the previous video. These are bearish CiSD'S, change in state of deliveries. If you're looking for an entry to go to the downside, and you're looking for an entry because you have your bias and you're waiting, you're being a disciplined trader and you're practicing with patience, you're trying to find an entry, this is a very good entry. Alright, so a bearish CiSD is similar to the bullish CiSD. Obviously it's just a bearish entry to short. In this case, you figured you're going looking for shorts now after we expanded higher, and you're figuring out. Now, preferably speaking, I mean, when you put it together this way, a high is usually always swept out with another high. But as you can see here, we have this high that's swept by this high, but the candle closure is bearish, right? That now becomes your CiSD to the downside. Now in this case, we have both equal high on the wicks are both equal, so we would use the body. We have a closure below, taps once, taps twice, goes down, sweeps. In this case, this is 8:30. I think this day had news. We don't really, I don't want to say we, but I don't really trade pre-market. I hate it. It's ugly. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, usually highs are swept by bullish candles, but in this case, because we have a candle that's swept, that's bearish, we have another candle that sweeps it, that's bearish. We have a candle that goes above, we have another candle that goes above. This is the series of down candles because this is the high that never gets swept. This would be your CiSD. I know everybody's like, oh, but what about these? I mean, they get taken out here, and you could have used this one as well. But in this case, because a high was taken out, these are the new series of candles. These kind of like are just guaranteed to be collected. So once again, we have a closure, solid closure. We have a retest. It's very simple. 10-point stop, or you could do 15, 20. I prefer on some days where there's high volume, I prefer 20, and just going on a shorter amount of contracts. We have this. No, that's not the wick. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to catch the whole move. I mean, I know people love showing off and taking all these moves, but this is how simple it is. It's a 13 RR. It's not much you need. And it's just all based off of, your bias matches up with your direction and you're looking for a trade. It becomes very easy. In this case, I guess this is the move. Yeah, this would be the better move. This is the last move down before the move up. Whatever, we'll save that for another day. So yeah, it's your bearish CiSD. We'll try to find another one. Give you another example. Equal highs. Or this one takes it out, I think. Does that take it out? I'm gonna go with that it takes it out. It looks like it's very close. You could either use, you could have used this one, you could have used this one, you could have used this. I'm gonna just go with this one. The wicks are way too long for the body to come back up and be tapped. Price closes, comes back, taps it, goes down. Had this stayed a bullish candle, we would have had to have waited for this because this is the last move in the series of up candles that swept out highs, put new highs in, etc. But because we closed above and remained bearish candles, that's our CISD. As you can see, price comes, breaks through, comes back, taps into it, trade. There goes your trade. Oh, perfect. Yeah, but and at that point you could just follow your trade, and obviously price breaks above here because this is the last. In this case, it would be this one because this is the last high, low, close bullish right here, as you can see. Throwing another bonus, a bullish one. This takes out the lows. This is your new change in state of delivery. Wicks are both high. Use the top of the wick. So there's your entry. One of my students actually took this trade. Pretty sure. Yeah. Actually got funded using this exact entry. 15. Let's just do 15. It's Asian market. 1 to 2. Let's do another one. Where is this going? This is a high. The high is bearish. Is it? No. Okay, we have all these highs over here. Let's find this. Perfect example. We have a high. High gets swept by the high gets swept, closes bearish. We have the wick here. Short wick on the top, long wick on the bottom. You could have used this. I'm pretty sure this price come back up. Just set a standard for yourself, guys. Like, don't, like, there's not only one way that works. Like, as you can see, the wicks work. It'll make sense to you, and you'll know which ones work. In this case, when you have a rejection like this, 9 times out of 10, this is why the wick would work. Because, like, look right here, sometimes it would reverse back up and take you out. We have a close here. A retap. 10-point stop. And we'll talk about how to exit and where to exit. I mean, you could use this as well. I don't know. Okay, never mind. But yeah, man. Obvious. I think this might have been CPI. So you could have just targeted the 830 low. Yeah, 830 low. I mean, 200 points. What more do you need? It's a 20.63 RR. Like, there's not much more that you need. We'll do one more, and then make another video talking about the strategy as a whole. This is the high that gets swept. This is the most recent low. We get a candle closure below. Sometimes it doesn't get retested right away, but just that's where patience comes into play, because what are you going to enter here for? Potentially not take it. A lot of people won't take their profit here because they'll see a big drop like this and be like, wow, look at that momentum, we're going more down, and then this happens. And I would hope that you would put it break even, because that's just a better thing to do, because it's not always the market does whatever the market wants. And instead, you protect your capital. That's all switch trading's about. So you have your CISD right here. Price breaks. Doesn't break here, breaks here and closes. Goes down, comes back up, retests. Yeah, you could leave yourself room, put a 15-point stop if you wanted to. Target. Your targets could have been... Yeah, we'll talk about that some other time. That's basically the whole point of this. Yeah, you could have targeted... I don't look for that much. I look for whatever I feel comfortable with. You could do whatever you want. We'll talk about targets another time. But yeah, it's very, very simple. It's not... A lot of people complicate their entries. And I think that makes up most of the trade. But I'll text this word. Bearish. CiSD'S consists of a series of up candles and the most recent low in the series. Or if a high is swept and closes bearish at singular. Alright, I don't even want to say singular because sometimes there's two candles. I don't want to confuse you guys. That candle now becomes your new CISD. It's very simple. Yeah, that's about it for CISDs. These are very, very important. Hopefully this makes a lot of sense. If not, I don't know. We'll go over some more as to what context you need to add these into. Yeah.